the 21st century is made up of 7 key concepts. Alphabetic text refers to the letters and words on the page. Some affordances of alphabetic text are font, size, and color. Another key concept is field. A field is a group of people who are experts in a certain area. These are some examples of different fields: musicals, dance, movies, music, medical, and law. A genre refers to a category or classification within a field. Here's an example of some different dance genres: ballet, ballroom, jazz, hip-hop, and tap. Image is a representation of someone or something. We recognize images in the form of paintings, photos, and three-dimensional things, such as sculptures. Images have quite a few affordances. One affordance is that images show emotion. Images are also easier to understand. In the article, Use of Space, we learn about different arrangements for images. White space is not empty space. It separates and emphasizes the focal point. Proportion names the relationship between different elements in design regarding scale. Rule of thirds. You might think that if you want to emphasize something, you should make it even to the middle of the frame. Rule of thirds divides an image into 9 segments by dividing the image with 2 horizontal lines and 2 vertical lines. Any major photo should lie somewhere near one of the 4 intersections of these lines. Balance is very important. There are 3 types of balance. 1. Symmetrical balance. 2. Asymmetrical balance. And 3. Radial balance. Symmetrical balance is when it's divided down the middle and perfectly mirrors each other. Asymmetrical balance is an uneven split where if you cut it in half, the 2 sides wouldn't match up, or if you folded it together. Radial balance is where you can cut an image into several equal parts. Ethos refers to who other people think we are based on how we write or speak, our character. For example, take the words once upon a time. If we put the words with this background, it'll give it a more whimsical or magical ethos. If we change it to this background in this font, it gives us a spooky ethos. This would be a more childlike ethos. This would be a more gloomy romantic ethos. Another key concept is affordances and constraints. An affordance refers to what one thing can do that others can't. As we learned earlier, some affordances of alphabetic text include font, size, and color. A constraint of alphabetic text is you can't see the little details. Unlike alphabetic text, an affordance of image is viewing the little details. For example, you can see that we're in a house in front of a staircase. A constraint to image is you can only see that photo, so you never know what happened before or after. Arrangement is the placement or order where you put a photo or your text. For example, there are many different ways I could have arranged these photos. I decided to arrange them in chronological order, from youngest to current. Arrangement is very important, especially with writing in the 21st century. Let's review what we learned about writing in the 21st century. Writing in the 21st century can include words, photos and images, videos, music, and more. I have never been a really big fan of just normal reading, so I really like writing in the 21st century because it allows you to use photos and videos, and I think for me personally, photos and videos are a lot easier to understand than just words on a page. I also think that it's easier to be more creative. You have a lot more options and there's a lot more varieties. I also believe that writing in the 21st century is a big step forward for us, and I think that's great. It's allowing us to try new things and we're expanding our horizons, and I think that's really important.